Oh no, I built a wall here already. Okay, no, I can see that. So, the belt for the copper ends like right here. And this should be the lift that... Wait. We've got a lift that brings up coal right there! Oh boy. What do we do now? Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to yet another episode of Satisfactory with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful and massive mega factory out here. In the last episode we actually took care of amping up our steel production a good bit, as you can see right here, and well, we made some preparations to get some more steel tubes underway at the very top, and then subsequently hopefully move on to producing some stators, some motors, some advanced wiring, and all the good other things that we will need to further push our factory along. On the other hand side, we also have hypertubes as our milestone. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, we do need a bunch of materials for that, all of which we should pretty much have. So I'm kind of interested in actually getting that going this episode too if we can, so let's find out if that will work out for us. That would kind of mean though that I actually need a bit more space. Well, in fact, I think we can probably get it going like this. That's 300 steel pipes right there. We've got the industrial beams right there, and we've got the copper sheeting on the other side of the map. Now another thing we've also got going right here is all this copper, which we did, I think, already route into the factory, but I'm not quite sure to which level just yet. So we'll have to find out about that, because we will need that for our motor production. We will need to actually go and make some more copper wires that way, that we can then hopefully subsequently use to actually go and get everything else that we want on the way. But for the time being, let's go and actually head over to our main hub, so we can go and drop off these materials. I'll probably place a quick cut here for you. Oh, nearly not making it up here anymore. I'm quickly going to place a quick cut here for you all, and I'll be back with you when we have the final few materials that we need to throw in. Who are you? There's a little, like, fairy or something, and now she's gone. No, there she is. Hello. Who dat? Interesting. Hadn't seen that before. New find in the game, but regardless, I will go and take care of this stuff, and I'll be back with you all in 1 second. Alright, so back we are. I've got the last bits of materials that we need in my inventory, and let's go and throw them in and to launch the pod, which still has a sleigh on it, which is incredibly late, given that we are in April at this point. But yeah, doesn't seem the thing is even taken off.
Introducing hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today.
Yeah, so I think
Fixit Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by the responsible use of this product.
Right. So I think that could honestly be quite fun. We are gonna now get hypertubes, and was that the last thing that we actually had to research? And oh wow, okay, so that completes all our research across the first 4 tiers, which is honestly quite crazy to think of. Everything that we want past this, we're gonna have to push the space elevator further. But with these hypertubes, we'll be able to kind of zoom around the factory a bit faster and just have some, you know, means of transportation that should hopefully allow us to traverse this whole huge mess that we've built a little bit faster. So should be fun, should be cool, should also probably cost us a lot of materials. Let's check out what we need maybe for a quick start, but it's definitely nothing that we will build today. We will certainly take care of it, I think, but we'll do it at a later stage, I am pretty sure too. So where are these things at now? I do not see them anywhere, which is not the best start in the world, I would say. Transportation, I guess. Okay, yeah, so hypertube. Tubes for transporting fixed employees. That actually seems very, very cheap. We've got an entrance, and we've got a support. Supports for hypertubes to allow for longer... No, I don't quite get it. So, what I don't quite get, right, this entrance thing seems to be something that gives you the speed, right? Because it has the motor, it seems to be what propels you forward, and then you're on the hypertube. Do I need to put more hypertube entrances, like, in between segments to ensure that I keep being at speed, or to speed myself up or something? Or do I just put one entrance, and then I go all the way, basically, and I hop out at the end, and I'm happy? I'm not quite sure about that. If any of you are watching do know about this, please let me know down below in the comments. Would very much appreciate that. For today, we're not going to take care of that regardless, so I will hopefully have some time to research how to properly use that thing. What we will do today instead, though, is actually, before we go over to the mega factory again, I think I want to check out what our current milestone is for the space elevator, because we haven't been there in quite a while. Still got snow going here, by the way. Hey buddy, what do you have for me, by the way? Oh, some coal. I'll take some coal. Thanks, buddy. But yeah, we haven't been over here for a while, so I just want to make sure I know what we actually need to go for. I'm supposing, yeah, so it's automated wiring, which kind of means that we need status regardless, and well, we will need cables and all the goodness, so that'll be a lot. And we also need like 500 versatile frameworks, which, I mean, we've got those producing for a while, so I'm thinking we're probably not all too far off that anymore anyways, but automated wiring is going to be a bit of work before we can actually get that going. Now, with that said, though, I'm going to go and get us back over to the mega factory, and we're probably going to look at next steps. I think we definitely need to make copper wires still, and I'm not sure if we need another layer of production for steel pipes, and then we also, of course, need to take care of actually making some status. So there are a lot of things on the list. I'll see you all when we're all the way up there. Alright, so back we are, and I actually just remembered my mistake with the whole copper thing at the end of the last episode, where, well, I brought the copper all the way around to this side of the building, and then I kind of discovered that out here is where we actually want to produce something with the copper, so that is honestly a bit of an issue that I'll have to find out how we want to take care of it, because we've also got some outs right here that we will not really easily be able to traverse should we just bring the whole thing in right there. So I am really not quite sure right now how to take care of this very issue. The only thing that I'm kind of wondering about is if I was to go to walls and put a perpendicular... No, that's... I mean, in theory, that works, I guess. Does it? Like, say we bring the copper in somewhere back there, and we just route it around the top here and let it come down, like, somewhere over there. Will that work? Or will this just, like, not allow me to place conveyors there? That is a good question that we will aim to answer now. Let's see about that. So we want Mark IIs, and it does seem that it lets me place them right there. Okay, so kind of happy that we had to build the factory walls 3 high now, because we can somewhat organize that a bit better that way, I suppose. Let me go and start by placing a wall right here, like that. Okay, that's the right way around to put them. I was kind of confused about that for a second. That always confuses me, like which way around you need to turn the walls. Factory walls, by the way, downstairs are still halfway turned inside out. I will still have to fix that someday, but I hope you all are not really mad at me for not being all too motivated for turning half the factory inside out. Like, yeah. That does not sound like the most fun thing in the world. It needs to be done sometime just to like satisfy my OCD, but for the time being that is still on halt. Now, for now... Oh no! Everything works. Except for that. Of course that had to be that way, right? Of course. That was the one thing I did not think about. Like... Well, I'm not going to leave any holes in the floors or something, so we're going to have to, unfortunately, get rid of that, unless... Can I get that stuff up there? Okay, I think... Well, as much as it... Yeah, as much as it kind of, you know, is a bit of a struggle to really accept that I will have to do things this way, we will be doing things this way. and it will not look the best way it ever could, and I probably will never really like to look at it. And lifts are just way better and all, but this is the way we're gonna have to do it, and that way at least we can make this work without rerouting the whole conveyor belt around the outside. And honestly, this does not look half bad. I would have thought that this was going to look way worse. So we're going to do things like that, basically just leave the lift out of the equation, and with just like moving that the good old-fashioned way, I guess that should be fine. We're going to have to place some more perpendicular conveyors around here, of course, and then we'll kind of have to find out where in the world to even bring this stuff in. I think if I bring it in right here, that could be a bit of an issue. Where do I bring this stuff in? Oh boy. I'm considering, where did I need to kind of look for a second where I let the belt end for the copper. I am thinking... Oh no, I built a wall here already. Okay, no, I can see that. So, the belt for the copper ends like right here. And this should be the lift that... Wait. We've got a lift that brings up coal right there. Oh boy. What do we do now? What do we do now? This is an issue. I guess we could... No, there's a perpendicular wall conveyor here. That is a standard wall conveyor. Do we do that? Right, now we need to make the jump. Maybe we can just do that to double... To make sure that we actually make it back in. Holy moly, saved by the conveyor lift. Jeez, okay. That was close. Got close to killing myself again. I wonder what episode it will finally happen. I hope it never will, but knowing myself, probably not doing too well in that regard. But regardless, now, I would really like to look down to see what kind of where the lift ends the coal and everything, but I can't because I'm standing right on top of it. I think the copper is to the right of the coal thing, so can I, with leaving this wall open for a second... Okay, I can probably get the conveyor in right there. Would be kind of slightly... Oh no, that's way too far to the left, to be honest. I would totally block my stairs. That does not work whatsoever. Like, I've got this wall here, and there is apparently a lift out there already, so I would need... Am I even on the right level? I'm not. Wow. Okay, doing good for myself. Doing good for myself, everyone. Which level were we on? There's too many levels in this megafactory now. I cannot keep up with it, and... Well... The game's starting to struggle with it as well, I suppose. It's kind of a bit laggy. I guess up here is where we wanted to go, right? So I kind of even made the hole where it needs to be. Lol. Okay. I think the idea would be to bring in the pipe right here. Well, not the pipe, the conveyor lift. So... The question is, do we do a 2 or do we do a 3? I'm unsure. Like, the thing is, what is below this? Okay, I think we do a 3. Because the 2's not gonna... What is standing down there? What's that? Do you guys see this? What is that? Is that an item? Or... Because, like, that's just hovering around or something. That is super weird. We'll go check that out in just a minute. We'll go and place a 3 conveyor wall, because I know there's a conveyor lift down below here that goes into the middle of a 1, so I think that this is kind of equivalent to that middle hole, and if we have a hole right there, that should hopefully leave us without any issues in the end. So that's going to be the approach we're taking. Hopefully that's going to work out for us just fine. For now, I need to bring this conveyor into here somehow. And I need to somehow also kind of lift it up. Now, something like this should work. Yeah. then we need to place a perpendicular conveyor wall thingy here somewhere. Walls are perpendicular. Do we go like here? Or do we go here? I think we go there. And we go and grab another Mark II conveyor belt and we try and do it nice and straight. No. Yeah, thank you. Get it all the way up there. And then we will kind of move it over like that. Okay, so bit of a crazy one, but that works. And we will go and extend that all the way to over there then. Boop. And that to there. And then we've got an out right here. Beautiful. So we will need a lot of things out here. We'll need like, oh god, is there an out right here that I'm blocking off? What is this supposed to make? Oh, this is... I don't think we'll ever need this for something, but if we do, I guess we will reroute this belt somehow, or just route this through like a hole right here. We'll think of something. This is fine. I say this so many times, and I always feel like the doggo in the meme that's sitting in the fire. But well, for now, this is how we do it. So that is all that set up. Now we need to take care of the bottom part, get the copper up, and then start smelting away, actually getting copper wire in, and then we will go to the other level and take care of the steel pipes and the stators and bringing the copper wires up and everything. And well, then we should hopefully have yet another product that is going to start being produced, and the stators we will then need for the automated wiring or whatever it was called, that we will then... Ah, that explains what I saw from the top. I don't quite get why I don't have a lift here, but I'm sure we can fix that. But yeah, so then we should hopefully have another product going and be able to do all the automated wiring stuff for ourselves. We just moved to my left. Oh, that's you! I think we got him like mega perma stuck at this point. This poor guy, like, he was just coming to check out what we're doing here, and now he's like all stuck in there and like caught for lifetime. Oh god. I feel kind of bad for that, not gonna lie. That is what it is, I suppose. So that thing is now all built. No clue why it was still orange. Didn't even need to reconnect that, which is surprising, but I like it. And we're ferrying all that copper all up to the top floors, which is beautiful, because that means that we can now finally start making some copper wires over here too, which should not be too hard. We've done that many times. There's nothing really complicated about that. Just gonna have to Tetris things a little bit, but well, as usual, pre-hypertubes, I guess, it is a long walk up, so I'll make my way and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, and back we are, and interestingly enough, I feel that the game really doesn't like me running upstairs anymore. Like, either it just has too much stuff to render in this megafactory, or there's some other thing about, like, me being able to see that far. But, like, whenever I run upstairs, I get, like, super mega, like, so many micro lags. It's super weird. Now that I'm up here, it's, like, all totally fine and smooth. I don't really know what that is, but maybe it's really just a game loading more and more and more and more of the world, and just kind of reaching its limits that way. I do not have a clue, but one way or another, I mean, look this way. There's so many interesting things to explore out there, and some things also look quite spooky, so we'll see. Gotta go there someday. It's probably going to be fun and scary and a lot of fun for you guys, certainly. We'll see about how much fun it is for me. One way or another, though, we have got some copper ore to smelt. So let's get going on that task. And I also have to kind of make sure that we use as little space as possible. So this will probably be quite a condensed setup here. But that's just going to kind of have to be the way that it is. I really want to make sure that we keep this as tight as we possibly somehow can. Okay, that's a bit too tight, apparently. So we'll go and move that out a bit. But, I mean, we gotta actually... Well, thinking of it... No, I mean, I kind of do want to keep it as tight as possible, because we do right now only need to make copper wires, right? But I do know that for automated wiring we need cables, and given that we manufacture this stuff down here already, we may as well put the second constructor for cables down here too, and have that moved up from here too. And so we gotta kind of place 3 machines in this little square, which is gonna be a lot in very little space. So let's go and place that smelter here then, and we will go and route all that copper ore into it beautifully, and actually get another power pole going here maybe, just so we have some extra ones that we can actually power things from, and then we go and make some beautiful copper ingot. Cool. So that's a good start. Now, next thing we will need, and I'll need to actually plan this out a bit, I'll need a constructor, I'll need a conveyor splitter, and I'll need another constructor. So I could put a constructor here, a conveyor splitter there? No. No, because this would not work. Conveyor splitter here? Constructor there? Conveyor there? Or conveyor there, constructor there, probably more. Okay, let's try that. I think that's the plan. So, we put one constructor here, basically, which we don't power or connect or anything yet, which will be for the future. We want to put one constructor here, but there's like power poles in the way, so we'll have to put that off center by a tad bit, I suppose, unfortunately. Got to turn it around to make sure it's facing the right way. This will be where we make the wires. That will be where we make the cables. And then I'll probably have to overclock the heck out of this unless we get some more advanced machinery eventually, which would be absolutely beautiful. I hope that we eventually get some more advanced machines that just produce faster, that mean that, well, we don't really need to spend quite as much in terms of... Do we actually need a Mark II conveyor for this? That mean that eventually we don't need to spend quite as many power shots to actually overclock machines. But we make 30 copper ingots here per minute. Even if I overclock this to 200%, no, we are gonna go and get a conveyor belt Mark II out here. Because if I overclock it to 250%, which may very well happen, you know, then we do probably want to make sure that we already have the build capacity, and we're really not short on reinforced steel plates. I mean, yeah, sure, I am in my inventory, but other than that, we're really not short on reinforced steel plates, so we may as well use them. So, that goes there. Beautiful. That gets the cable production going, out of which we are making 30 a minute with 250% overclock. That's going to be a huge ton, so we're going to need a Mark II conveyor belt right there. We are going to go and already put a conveyor splitter right in the middle here, and the in is going to be there, and the outs are going to be placed like that, and then we're going to have an out right here for the cables, which, well, eventually we're going to need, and we're going to have an out right there, and this thing is not in the center. Unacceptable. Let's redo that, make sure it is in the middle. Beautiful. And that is that. Now, I need to pick up some more reinforced iron plates because I just ran out, so I'll place another quick cut and I'll be right back with you lot. Alright, and back up I am, and do you all remember the story I was telling about how the game really doesn't like me moving upstairs and how I'm getting lags? Well, apparently when I go down there's absolutely no issue, it's all buttery smooth, but when I go up it tries to kill me with lag, because every time I take like a staircase I get a huge lag and I nearly fall off, so yeah. I'm really looking forward to those hypertubes, at least that's going to eliminate the chance of me killing myself every time I take the stairs up to the factory. But regardless, this all does now flow into the conveyor splitter right here, and then we're going to go and pull out a conveyor belt from this, which we're basically just going to pull through here. We're going to put the proper type of wall, and there's a friggin' power pole, which kind of is, oh god, very annoying, and I nearly just killed myself. Which one is this connected to? That one. Okay, so we're going to pull that down for a second. We're going to totally make sure that everything in this room does not have any power anymore at all. And we're going to go and move this slightly over to the right. Actually, we're going to go and move this slightly inwards too, so we can place a wall right there eventually, and we'll, you know, and connect everything up right here, and Hey, all the machines on this floor have energy again. Beautiful. So that's fixed. We then put a conveyor wall, which I suppose that's the back? Is it? Or is that the front? No, that's the back. Cool. That's that. And we will go and grab a Mark II conveyor belt from here, and we'll pull that out to right there. Beautiful. Okay, so that is then our copper wire production done. A cable production for the advanced wiring thingy also already set up for when we need it, and we can maybe already quickly connect that but just not power it. So we have the OCD straight conveyor belt part of things already taken care of too, ideally. You know, if we can make that happen without actually missing where we need to put it in the first place, and then we go and connect that right there, and we are done. Absolutely beautiful. So, that is the copper part taken care of then. Next episode, we will go up to the next story. We'll make the steel pipes. We will go and make some stagers for ourselves. And we will go and produce ever more advanced products. So very much looking forward to that. For today though, this has been it. So I do hope you all very much enjoyed the episode. As usual, if you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider hitting that subscribe button right down below, as well as that bell icon, to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. And with all that out of the way, as usual everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.